We take you back to the 2018 Junior Olympics for one of our many fun feature stories and much more coming up on a brand new Counterattack. Hi everyone, Greg Mescall here. Thanks for joining us on the Counterattack. We start things off first. Back this past summer, 2018 Junior Olympics, the world's largest water polo tournament. Over the next couple of weeks, we're sharing a whole bunch of feature stories about the 2018 JOs. This week, we tell you about the story of Coach Howard from the Spartan Water Polo Club, the only plant leading a team at the 2018 JOs. How did this Coach Howard come to join the Spartan team?
Well, it all started after a pretty rough first game. We were all feeling pretty down, and we need something to lift our spirits a little bit. And I just saw this plant at Trader Joe's, and I thought, wow, this is really perfect for our team to, unify and bond around to get our week out here going.
We were looking around at all the succulents, and this one just appeared to have the most potential. It shined the brightest, it grew, it was the tallest, the cleanest pot. It was perfect for our team.
Well, Howard is a huge inspiration for our team, and he's our rallying point for us. He's helped us win so many of our games. You could say that he puts the breath in our lungs.
So our normal coaches, you throw a bad pass, it gets intercepted, and they're always just screaming and yelling. And it's good to have someone who you can talk to, and they're not going to get all up in your face about it.
The 16U team has tried to vandalize Howard several times. We already lost a couple of Howard's parts. But I'm the assigned protector of Howard, so there's not too much to worry about.
Are we going to see more teams add potted plants to their bench?
I think it will grow beyond potted plants. I think we will have full-grown trees involved, sponsored plants.
Yeah, if you've never played for a succulent, you might not understand, but it's just always very reassuring. It gives you some confidence. You know that you may mess up, but Howard won't judge you. I think this is actually Howard's first experience with water polo. Picked it up pretty quick,
Well, since we've added him to our team, all our games have been a one-point game. It's good luck and it increases your chance of winning JO significantly.
Howard is just all forgiving. As Sam had said earlier about how coaches are constantly yelling at you, he just forgives you, and he brings so much joy to your heart when you have that relief of not being stressed out for the rest of your day.
And from there, we go to men's college water polo and the Cap 7 college scoreboard. The top teams in the nation holding serve: UCLA doubling up UC Irvine, USC over Pacific 11-8, UC Davis edging Cal Baptist 12-10, and UC Santa Barbara, they push Stanford, but the Cardinal hang on 9-7. Water polo on TV, or should we say water polo streaming this weekend? Check out ESPN Plus for some conference action from Princeton. The Tigers will host MIT, Brown, and Harvard, all available on ESPN Plus. That is the relatively new ESPN subscription service. Check that out. We now head to Washington, D.C., where the Washington Redskins are getting set to hold their annual invitational tournament coming up the first weekend of October. As you know, with our diversity series, we visited with the Redskins earlier this year. We caught up with their man, Rob Rosenberg, to tell us about the big event coming up and what folks can expect.
The Redskins are hosting their 14th consecutive tournament. It's every year during the Columbus Day weekend. So 2018, we have our next tournament coming up. 2017, we had 17 teams that came from all over the East Coast, Canada, and even representatives from the Latin American community as well. Teams are all men, all women, co-ed. It's all, everyone plays together, but we try and break it up to make it really fair depending on the level. We try and balance it out, and it's a really fun weekend because it's people coming together from all over with evening events as well as just great tournament right here in DC.
From in the pool to on the course, the USA Water Polo Southern California Golf Tournament is on the way this Friday. Looking forward to seeing everyone out on the links in Orange County. We'll have a look back at this next week right here on the Counterattack. And don't forget the Northern California Golf Tournament coming up October 8th. Information available on that event at usawaterpolo.org. Still a couple of spots left if you want to join the field of golfers. Back to water polo and Rock-tober. It returns to Mesa, Arizona and the Keno Aquatic Center this October 19th through the 21st. Schedule information and more coming soon at usawaterpolo.org. We'll have full highlights of the Rock-tober Championship right here on the Counterattack. And as we get into our social media send-off, the way we end every episode of the Counterattack, some exciting new news. Cobian, the official sandal sponsor of USA Water Polo, they're joining us as the official sponsor of the social media send-off, and there is more. Every week, we're always asking for your submissions. Well, now, thanks to our friends at Cobian, you can win. Here's your chance to win a pair of Cobian sandals every week. Post on Instagram or Twitter showing us something from your water polo journey. Maybe it's a great goal, a team photo, something else exciting from your water polo life. Use the hashtags counterattack and every step matters. One lucky winner will be picked each week to win a free pair of Cobian sandals. Remember, you've got to use the hashtags counterattack and every step matters. That's the only way we'll know to find our winners, and we look forward to giving away a pair of Cobian sandals every week. We're so thankful for their support here on the Counterattack and of USA Water Polo. And with that in mind, we jump right in with our first social media post of the week. Our Dr. Oz interview clips have got the water polo world excited. Here in the latest one, he talks about his time as a goalie. Goalies everywhere, you're going to love this.
There's something about the personality of a goalie that you need to have in order to be a goalie. So it's not necessarily that it teaches you to lead, but it sort of pulls that kind of a person in. And if you don't have it already, you'll learn it, or else you won't be a goalie for very long. So you're not as fast a swimmer and as strong in the field, obviously, as the brilliant athletes that are out there swimming up and down. But you got to be able to coordinate them. They have to trust you, because the whole game is about making sure that your field players cover a little bit of the goal, so you don't have to cover it all yourself.
Earlier, we told you about the Washington Wetskins Big Invitational on the way, and Rob Rosenberg meeting with local D.C. government council member Brandon Todd. He's fired up for the event, going to be on site at the Tacoma Aquatic Center. Love to see water polo getting more and more exposure in the D.C. area. Mercyhurst, they're back on their Flop Friday grind. Funny, this whole thing kind of went dormant over the summer. Now Flop Friday, back with a vengeance. Check this one out. It's the Patriot Way intersecting with the Harvard Water Polo Way. New England star Julian Edelman by the pool with Harvard head coach Ted Minnis. He's even rocking the Harvard water polo gear. Nice job there. Speaking of nice jobs, Nadine Day, the aquatic nail game, very strong here. Well done sharing this, and water polo is represented. A cool interactive water polo setup via London Water Polo at a recent event. Get your chance to try and go high corner on the goalie here. Thanks for sharing that. And last but not least, Ashley Johnson, featured by the Unstuck Woman on Instagram. Take a look here as she talks about her love of water polo, more available at the USA Water Polo Instagram account.
The thing I like most about water polo, like purely from the game aspect, is like how mentally engaging and challenging it is. Like, there's so many different things you have to think about, and a lot of people just don't see that when they just watch the game.
So there you have it, the best of water polo on the internet. And don't forget, starting next week, we'll give away our first pair of Cobian sandals. Share your water polo journey. Hashtag counterattack, hashtag every step matters. And we will be sharing some good posts next week right here on the show. That's going to do it for this week's episode. Thanks so much for joining us. And don't forget, when you're on the counterattack, look weak side.